Hey everybody, it's Sam with Cape Fear Collectibles. Welcome back. We're just gonna do a real quick video about a recent set acquisition and going through cards and identifying cards that you might want to send in for grading purposes. This can be a tricky thing that if you want to get into. A lot of people look at cards and think that they're in good shape and that they might have a high grade and be worth X amount of money. Obviously, looking at these Charizards down here, you see some of the graded ones going for thousands of dollars, but generally those ones that are going for that are either at 8, 9, or 10, and obviously 10 being the ones that command the premium price. But that's because they are very rare, and especially these older cards from like the base set, for them to survive this long with getting almost zero imperfections, dents, nicks, damage of any kind is very difficult to find those. So that's why those are so expensive. Anyway, getting started, we kind of lined up. We've already kind of gone through most of the cards and organized them into categories. This first one being cards that are in very, very good condition, possibly an 8, maybe a 9. I did not see anything that was anywhere close to being a 10, and probably honestly not a 9 either. That being said, it's still a good collection. The only pile that has cards that are even close to that have like some damage are over here, and some of it's fairly insignificant, but when you get creases and bends in the surface, that significantly decreases the value. But real quick, we're just going to go ahead and check out some of these in the first pile. These are kind of examples of cards that are in very good condition. This is a Dark Flareon. That's a first edition Team Rocket. As you can see, if you look along the edges of the corner, there's no scuffs, there's no nicks or white edges showing. The surface looks very good. You also want to it's hard to do on camera with this glare and in a sleeve, but holding the cards at an angle, sometimes you'll be able to see this if there's any kind of surface marks on there, and as you can see, it looks very smooth. There's no kind of like water damage look or anything. Now this is where, especially with Pokemon, where you get most of the problems with cards. As you can see, if you look real close, there's a little white mark there on the corners, slightly, a little bit there on the right side. But as you can see, I mean, from here, it looks like a perfect condition card. Same from the front, but these little things like that you see, those can hold up a card from getting that 10 rating or even a 9 for that matter. So again, very good condition card, but definitely not a 10, probably not a 9. Still possibly worth sending in though, because you never know depending on who's grading it. We have another first edition here. As you can see, surface looks really good, and if you flip this over, the back is almost in about the same condition. Again, just a few little, see right there in that corner, a few little nicks in there, nothing too severe. Same with, let's see what else we've got here. Got a Pikachu from the Jungle set, an Electrode base set, and a first edition pre-release Aerodactyl. Foils are a little different too. They can get scuff marks on the foiling a little easier. This one is in pretty good condition. You can't, it's hard again trying to get that angle where you can see, but the surface is not like scratched up looking, which can happen with a lot of these older cards. Again, flipping it over, you got that a little bit more scuffing on the edges of this one, but all in all, it's in pretty good shape. Again, those are just some examples of cards that are in really good shape. I wish there was something that looked close to being near mint in here. Honestly, probably this Mewtwo promo might Mew promo, sorry, might be close to that, but we're going to get into that card later. It's not the super rare one that everybody seems to get confused with. These cards are also in really good shape. We've got an Aerodactyl, a Dark Machamp, a Dark War Turtle First Edition Team Rocket, and a Shadowless Charmander from the base set. Again, this one's in really good condition. Surface is very good. There's no kind of water damage or anything like that on the surface. But when you flip it over and we start looking at the edges, again, in that, if I can get it focused, there's some damage to that corner and that. And so when you see it, when the marks come up more and they're more evident, that can really affect the grade. But again, like I said, these are in good condition. The next pile, you're going to get the same kind of thing. Very good surface condition. But when you flip it over to the back, you're gonna start noticing much more damage around the edges. And again, it seems very insignificant, but this really affects the grading quality. But there's some cool cards in here. Venusaur, Blastoise from the Unlimited. There's an Electrode. Again, as you can see, this one's has even more significant damage on the corners on the back. And then let's see if here's a Shadowless War Turtle, and you can see this one definitely has heavy wear around the corners and the edges. Probably not worth submitting. But like I said, the front looks really good. And honestly, when we do submit, again, it's personal preference, but it seems that PSA is a little bit more focused on the way that it looks displayed when it comes to their grading. So having the surfaces look very pristine is very important for PSA grading. So if I was going to send any of these in, it would definitely be to PSA. And hopefully get a better grade quality or number. Now on to cards that look like they're in great condition, but there's certain things that you might overlook that would lead them to not having a great grade. Here we've got a first edition Dark Blastoise from Team Rocket. And when you look at it, the surface, it looks great. There's really nothing that kind of pops out. But when you start looking again at the angles, if I can, I don't know if it'll even show up in the video. If I can get the angle. It's not showing up on the video, but there's some water damage in the, oh, actually, I was looking in this wrong spot. It's still not showing up. Wonder if this will be. Anyway, maybe I'll just take it out and see if we can take it out of the sleeve and see if it'll show up. There we go. See that crinkling water damage there in the right corner? If I can adjust there we go. So again, some of that kind of stuff there we go. You can see a little bit more. When you look at it flat, straight on, you can see a little bit in the yellow right here, but it's hard to distinguish in the rest of the card from just glancing at it. So being very cognizant of those things and really paying attention, you can kind of keep yourself from sending in cards that are damaged and not going to get a good grade. Again, you can kind of see it on the back here a little bit. And I think also with this trainer, Here Comes Team Rocket, there was some similar damage in the top. I'll just pull this out. Yeah, I think, again, looks like it's in pretty good shape, but I think it's in the top corner. And you can kind of see it in the middle. There's some raised water damage there. It's not as prevalent on camera. You can't see it, but there's also, yeah, you can't even, the camera's not picking up, but there's some surface damage there and in this corner. if I can focus and get an angle good enough. Yeah, I guess you can't really see it too much. There you go. I guess you can see that a little bit in the corner. Corners are notorious for, yeah, there's some heavy damage there in the corner. But other than that, it still can be sold on TCG Player, probably moderate to heavy play, and still get a decent price. And real quick, last thing before the Charizards, this is the Mew promo that everybody is super excited about when they see it. They think it's, you know, super rare, blah, blah, blah. This is a regular mass-produced one. The thing that you want to look for with this card is, if I can pull it up, I probably won't even be able to see it in this. See the word Nintendo? That's probably too small. Let me see if I can get it out. Anyway, if Nintendo is spelled incorrectly, and I think that's it's missing an N, it says Nintendo. That's the super rare one. It's a misprint, and there's very few of those around. This one, even if you can't see it, is spelled correctly. It's spelled Nintendo, so yeah, it's got the second E. You can see right there. So yeah, this one's just a regular mass-produced one. It's nothing special. Looks cool, but again, it's not the super rare one. There's multiple variants of this too, but it's the only one that's worth a lot of money is that misprint one. Okay, and then last but not least, we got 3 Charizards, 2 from the base set, 1 from the Unlimited, the second set printing. These are, again, really good condition. Surfaces look really great. Again, when you get in the back, that's where you start seeing some of the damage, but in general, they're in very good shape. There's some nicks at the top, but again, nothing too bad. This is probably the one that's in the best shape. As you can see, the surfaces on all of them pretty good. This one is a little bit rougher at the bottom. The edges are a little bit more dinged up, but again, nothing that wouldn't fetch just a regular ungraded premium price. Same with this Unlimited printing one, except again, there's a little bit heavier damage in the corner. This one probably not going to be sent in to get graded with that kind of damage. The only thing that sometimes people are interested in sending these cards in, even if they have some heavy damage, is just to have them authenticated so that people that are purchasing them know that they're not fakes or forgeries. But yeah, these are pretty cool. And they look really nice in a Beckett or PSA slab, that's for sure. So anyway, these were the highlight of the collection for sure. There's some lots of cool cards in here. First edition Pikachu from the Jungle set. Same first edition Eevee. Again, they have some light wear on them too, but they're still really, really cool looking. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, got some good information out of this. If you have any questions or comments, drop them in the comments below, and make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.